All right, people. How you doing again? It's the being back. Yeah, I ain't been back for a while. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, certain things take place, and we're not capable of having a lot of control. So it's more like me getting myself situated, so I could be readied up for these videos. All right. These videos are very important, and I want you to understand how serious I'm taking these videos on speaking to you about being a free thinker. All right, now getting to the main topic. Right, okay. The last time I spoke to you about naive. Right, I told you naive is not something that we should never have to be in or want to be like because of the fact it's almost like being vulnerable to anything that's being told to you without you listening to yourself. So guess what? After naive, what comes after naive? Hmm, Curiosity. Yes. After naive come curiosity. Now if you think about those two words that I'm just saying right now, they almost have similarities to the same. Why do I say they have similarities to the same? Because between both of those words, it's actually a way of saying something has to be said to you in order for you to function. In other words, if you want to know about something, you got to ask somebody. If you see something and you don't understand it, but it catches your eye, what happens? You become curious about it, right? Okay, and curious mean you don't know, but whoever do know, you're gonna listen to what they say and follow what they say. That's the curiosity. What's that old slogan they be saying? Saying for many years, curiosity kills the cat. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all all heard of that. Curiosity kills the cat. Um, how can I say it? All right, look. As a free thinker, right? Okay, I want you to stay on the format of being a free thinker. A free thinker gets information from oneself. Who is oneself? Oneself is you. Oneself is you. It's me. No, not me telling you. No, you hearing yourself. Remember, these eyes allows you to see certain things, and when you see it, right? You have the opportunity to figure out or maybe have an understanding of what it is. Now, by that being said, that means that you are going to look at the situation and try to figure out in your own way without somebody telling you. No, you're not being a smart ass. Excuse the language, don't mean to curse. But you're not being smart about it. What you're doing is you're being smart to yourself about it, meaning you're willing to think out what might be or could be to resolve the situation on what you might have an understanding at what you're looking at or what you're seeing or what's going on. Remember, everything comes from the thought. Everything comes from the thought of the mind. Okay? So, um, as you're out and about or as you're doing, remember, in order for you to figure out and have an understanding. They told you, they taught us how to sit and be taught to learn. No, we learn on our own when we see things according to how it is brought to us in front of us or when we see as we go about on our daily tasks. So what I'm saying to you is that being curious is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. If you're curious to yourself, that's okay. But if you're curious to want someone to tell you something, that's dangerous to you because you don't know where that person is going to lead you to. Okay? So by you going in empty minded, not thinking, don't want to try to think, right? You're going to allow yourself to be misled to whatever that is. Okay? And the sad part about it is it's called the aftermath. After you do, when you misled, you start to think, and it's called the delayance on your part. And the reason why it's a delayance is because you refused to try to tackle it early. You decided to do it later. What happened? The result of it is whatever got you curious that made you do, the result at the end is usually not going to be very successful. Why? Because then you're going to end up doing a delay on analyzing what you did out of your curiosity and realize, oh snap, I can't believe I did that. Yes. And that's called being lazy to yourself. Oh, yes. Because in the beginning, right, when something is placed in front of you, you're not supposed to jump according to how you see it. Nope, you're not supposed to jump. The mind always protects the body. The mind protects the body fully, okay? And fully means that your reaction only comes from yourself, okay? So when you see something, right away, your thinking power is going to react to what you see. So without being told what to do or being instructed on how you're supposed to do. No, you think it out. It's the simplest thing. Don't be lazy. You know, don't um don't be so forefronted on allowing yourself to be submissive to whatever it is. Because when you submissive, you just handing yourself over. Like you just completely throwing yourself at the situation without no restraint, without, resistance. Does that sound right? We all supposed to have resistance. Resistance is protection. Protection for who? For oneself. Okay? So I want you to understand what I mean by how I'm saying you don't want to be naive and you don't want to be curious because those two things you're going to allow yourself to be misled to whatever's standing in front of you that you choose not to know or figure out on your own. And it hurts because after everything is said and done and you get to see what you did and you get the opportunity to think out what led you to the point where you end up participating in something that clearly later on you find out it's not what you thought it was. That's because you didn't take the time out to say, wow, I got to think this out. Boom! That's the first reaction you're supposed to have. Wow, I got to take this into consideration. Boom! That's right, because taking into consideration means you're going to think about it before you do. Thinking this out is the same format. You're going to think before you do. In other words, you're going to look at, analyze, and kind of go over whatever it is, not to get you to just completely commit into it because someone has spoken to you about it and supposedly you taking trust over that person. No, the trust that you have is trust in oneself. To trust someone else, that's a different topic. But for the meantime, we're talking about oneself. We're in the direction of thinking, 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 thinking. Thinking is something that you have to know for sure that it puts you in a position that you're allowing your brain to function in a way where no, you don't just answer questions when being told. No, you don't sit there to look to be taught. No, it's called thinking according to what you see, right? And now you have to figure out if what you see is fit for you. And if it's not fit for you, you the only one that have the answer to that situation. Not somebody telling you this is something that you should do. Or listen, if you do this, this is the result of that. No, it's not like that, right? It's not like that. It has to come from you as having that thinking power. Just let it breathe. Like look at the situation. Take time out to analyze. You know, go over it with yourself. Oh, you don't have no answers? Then guess what? That's an easy way of looking at something and saying, I don't have no answers for this. So if you don't have no answers for it, then guess what? You're not supposed to do it. How about that one? See, if you don't have an answer for it, or if you can't figure out, then the most that you have to say is, why would you do something that you don't know what it's about? Why would you be a part of something and you don't understand it? Get it? See? So when you're thinking, right, and your final thought on the situation doesn't turn out the way it's supposed to be for understanding, that means it's telling you don't do something you don't know nothing about. Don't do something that you don't understand. Don't participate in something that don't make no sense. Bingo. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said the part about curiosity. You don't want to be curious. No, no. When they say curiosity don't hurt nobody, oh, they lying to you. Any anything or anything's been written or said that said curiosity don't hurt nobody, oh yes it will. Oh yes it will. Because it's misleading. It's giving you that word alone is taking you down a path where you don't know what's going to be at the other end, or the resolution of it, or the outcome of it. And because of that, when your curiosity leads you into it, and then the result is you already did it, the backlash is that when you realize, why did I do that? Man, that's not cool. Guess what? You could have prevented that by saying, yo, I don't have no answer for it, or I can't think of anything that would kind of like give me an understanding about it. So your answer on that is, I ain't doing nothing I don't understand. I ain't participating in nothing I don't know. And guess what? I ain't allowing myself to be a part of something that don't make no sense. Get it? Okay, this is the mind of a free thinker, right? And guess what? We're all free thinkers. Don't even get it twisted. We all are. But you have to learn and understand you was made to be lazy about yourself. So when you think the average person is supposedly so-called intelligent or so-called smart, whatever the case is, yeah. But the funny thing is, when it comes to common sense, there's a lot of people who don't have it. And the reason why is because they allow themselves to be instructed by others. They read material and they go by the material they read, and that becomes a part of their life. No, that's not what that's about. That's not what that should be about. And that's not what you should be doing. You should be always focusing on making your mind the serious part of how you instruct yourself on what you need to do or how you need to take things. Yes, your mind, thinking, thinking, thinking. Remember, this is called the free thinker. This is called the free thinker. Yes, where am I? I'm in my car. And guess what? I'm on a break, okay? I haven't spoken to you for a hot minute. Not too long, but I say about a couple of weeks. But I'm here, people. I'm still here with you. And yo, trust me when I tell you, I'm gonna get it together, and I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna keep trying to do back-to-back videos. But let's stick to the point of. Remember, this video is about curiosity. No, you don't want to be the cat because the cat is dead. You don't want to be curious to be dead. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be curious to get killed. You don't want to be curious and get caught up. No, you want to be what? Free to what? Be able to say no to something that you don't know. No to what you don't understand. And no to what might not be something that is best beneficial to you. No. That's right. Because as you think out your thoughts and you allow yourself to breathe in anything that you see and anything that you are partaking in, when you turn around and you see the result of it, I guarantee you, you yourself is gonna have an answer for it. And guess what? The answer is not gonna be what they want you to do, because you're gonna end up rejecting it. And there's nothing wrong with rejecting anything. Remember that, people. There's nothing wrong with rejecting anything. You can reject anything you want. Why? Because you have the ability to do that. And where does that ability come from? It comes from here, because you thinking out your thoughts, right? And you also allowing yourself to think about the things that you see. So understand, this all falls in place of the free thinker. So people, like I said before, I say again, you give yourself time. You could be anywhere. Like for instance, you see, I'm in my car and I'm speaking to you. You know, it could be at the job on your break. It could be at home in your living room. It could even be in the shower when you're taking a shower. What best suits you to blank your mind for a while and just kind of push out all the things that you are instructed to do, or you are participating in on a regular basis, and you're going to find out all of those things are controlling you. And guess what? They were meant to be there because it's to stop you from not even having the time to think for yourself. Seriously, they don't want you thinking for yourself. A person that thinks for a person that thinks for themselves is a person that is going to become a problem to the one who likes to instruct. Why? Because the person who thinks for himself knows how to block out what might cause them to do something they should not do. Okay? Because mainly the things that we get involved in, right, has nothing to do with us. Okay? So understand, to put yourself in a position where you analyze your thoughts as you think. Listen, this gets deep. It doesn't necessarily mean being in a school. It doesn't necessarily mean being at a job. This could be when you talking with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you associate yourself with certain people or certain individuals. You do this down the line. Remember, the mind has unlimited thoughts and unlimited abilities to do for oneself. So you have to understand the mind can analyze another person without even speaking to them, just by seeing them that one time. You better know what time it is. Because why? Because when you get the look, right, your thoughts is gonna start telling you things. You have to listen to yourself, okay? But let's stay on track here, okay? And I said curiosity, okay? Curiosity is, it could be a bad situation for any free thinker, okay? Anyone who wants to become a free thinker, wipe that word out your head. Don't be curious about nothing. Uh-uh. Don't be curious about nothing. Analyze everything. Yo, it doesn't even matter if you analyze. Yo, it could be the simplest things. Analyze it yourself. Think it out yourself, and you're gonna see the mind is gonna develop. You're gonna develop this energy coming from your mind that is gonna trickle down to your body, and you're not even gonna know where that's coming from. And it's coming from you being what? A free thinker. So now, people, check this out. I'm gonna leave you with that thought, what I just said. And remember, the focus is on being a free thinker. Everything that I'm telling you is about free thinker. So for the time being, people, I'm gonna leave you with that thought. And trust me when I tell you, I'm gonna get my act together and make sure I go back to back with these videos. All right. So we're gonna stay on that format. All right. And watch me on the next video, people. Peace out and have a nice afternoon. Later.